But first up tonight, we get BJ Moore and Alec Kleppinger. Moore, who was in the finals last season in this event, fell just short to the reigning PBA Tour Player of the Year, E.J. Tackett. Moore and Kleppinger get us started.
BJ Moore, beautiful start there, going with urethane pretty straight up the outside part of the lane. That's how you play Cheetah. We'll get into more of that when we visit our oil pattern.
Back-to-back jacks to start the evening.
And Alec going with urethane to start as well. A lot of surface on that bowling ball.
Strong start for Kepplinger.
That's a great start. And keep in mind, folks, that we have 3 players on tonight's telecast that have never been on television before in singles competition. And if there's one thing we've learned over the years at the World Series of Bowling, it's first-time winners winning at the WSOB. Guys like Bill O'Neill and Smallwood, Stu Williams, Tom Doherty, just to name a few.
Needs a 7.
Maybe the best one-time winner on the tour, but he doesn't bowl full-time.
To Shark.
It's great. Let's take a look at his arsenal. He's going with IQ 78U. Beauty. Yeah, it's great. I mean, we get to see different ball reactions. We get to see different players. We get to see international players.
Boom.
I mean, it's just all over the map.
U.S. thinker.
This beautiful family back there.
Kepplinger with a strong start. 4 straight for Alec Kepplinger.
Getting back to the oil pattern real quick, John, even though the outside part of the lane is really dry, that right lane is tight down lane, left lane hooks more.
He has made TV in 2 majors.
You know, when I watch BJ throw it, it reminds me of a term that we use in sports. It's called efficiency of motion.
Great stuff. Kimberly, his wife Tania, on the PWBA tour. I hate to see that. He felt so good about it.
Do that to me.
What's the 8 doing?
Thanks.
No comment.
He made it to match play, one of 16 left, by just 2 pins.
Go from total pins to bracket match play. Well, I like to say every shot makes somebody happy, and that one made BJ Moore happy as we take a look at Alec Keplinger's girlfriend, Hope Gramley. I can't remember.
So after his first spare, that's much better for Alec Kepplinger. 5 strikes in the first 6 frames for Alec.
Sandra Joe, great bowler, even better person.
Already in the USBC Hall of Fame, 2021 inductee, and she got the PWBA call. Sandra Jo Shirey, a great, and her son doing her proud. Now BJ Moore trailing, looking to put a surge together.
Yeah, how about no more solid 8s? For that. 18 300 games this week on the Cheetah. The most this season.
But also opportunities for the gutter. 13 years pro.
Oh,
there's a strike.
Hey, you want to take a look at some beautiful arm swings?
Yes.
Let me show you something. What makes these pros so good, and we talk about it a lot, myself and Coach Mark Baker back in California. But I want you to look at the backswings. When we get to the top, you can see the amount of space that these players create. And this enables them to tuck the ball underneath their shoulders on the way down and get their hands in perfect position.
Of space that players create.
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah.
So if the swing comes out away from the body, it now is allowed to tuck underneath the body on the way down. Think about this: if the backswing came behind the player early, what's it going to do? It has to travel around on the way down, and when the swing travels around the body, it takes the hand with it, puts it on the side early. You don't want that.
23 years old.
Oh.
And converts.
All right. Hey, you know where we get all our great stats from, folks?
BJ Moore heating up. Let's go. God. Right now, there's a table for one.
Are you kidding me?
That 8
impressive.
Is cruel, mean, and single. How twice? Not once, but twice. Building the legend at Wichita State. He leaves one here. And does so.
Interesting that he hooks it at the forfeit. Now, on Cheetah, you know, you have plenty of friction to the right, so you can get away with it, but typically you would be throwing it pretty straight and firm at those single pin spares. Or those single pin leaves, I should say.
Come on.
All right, just has to cover the 10.
In his first time on TV, Alec Keplinger is making Mom proud and advancing.
Interesting to see what he does game 2 in terms of any kind of adjustments.
He will be meeting another man making his first TV appearance, Dio Bernard, and a 23-year-old squaring off. One of them will be one of 3 left standing. Dio Bernard versus Alec Keplinger. Weekend was with Parker Bone, the third, and Tom Doherty, Team PB3. From the Legacy Cup to all by himself tonight, Dio Bernard starts with a strike. Alec with the strike, and his girlfriend is here tonight. Hope is supporting him. I may be Alec's cougar, but he's my cheetah. Okay, we have a sign of the night. Just hand out the honor now. Go hand out the trophy. That is an all-time sign. Just beating BJ Moore, and starts with back-to-back jacks here. Earlier, because he said, this is my dream.
How can he see his target? His hair's in the way.
7.
Soft 7, urethane 7.
We had our pre-show interview with him.
Yeah.
I'm sure the folks at home have to be thinking about this too. At the age of 20, he's talking about how this is a dream and his mind's going a million miles a minute. So I said to him, well, what do you want to ask the Hall of Famer that's sitting with us here on the couch in Randy? And he asked you, how do you do it on national television? What'd you tell him?
Well, I said that, you know, the first thing you have to realize is that everybody's nervous. First couple of shots, I mean, the great Walter Ray Williams Jr., I asked him once, I said, hey, do you still get nervous on television? He made like 150 shows. He said, I sure do, as we take a look at his arsenal, black pearl urethane. So understanding that going in, then trying to get your feet underneath you, and then once you get there, get in that mindset to where nothing else is happening around you. And then all the youngsters trying to do the same. Ooh.
Just as he did in game 1, 3 straight strikes for Keplinger.
Pick up.
It did pick up.
Good Sure did. And just like game one, he starts off with 4 in a row. Like money, sign up for that event.
That was a great endorsement. Bernard! The 7 did accept the invitation.
Oh, somebody coughed in his backswing. No problem. Wow, kick save on the 7 and a beauty.
Hey, that's the benefit of having that hair. You block out all the noise.
He's just in the zone, man. He's cutting it. He's cutting it loose.
Knowles. Ooh.
Maybe just a little grabby on that shot there because of the loft. You have to be very conscious of when you're lofting like that, the tendency or the miss is to grab it or hit it in the upswing. Pretty solid, though, thus far, game and a half.
To post 9 straight strikes in game 15 of qualifying just to make match play. And strikes in the 6th here. We've got a battle. He's smiling from heaven watching these kids battle here tonight.
Oh!
That time the 7 did
My
not take the invite. Match play.
How about that little bit of a backup rotation there?
Yep.
I like it.
Just 20 years old. Said this is a dream come true. He just didn't expect it to come true this quickly. And you said, well, we'll be seeing a lot of you, kid. He goes, well, just take it in tonight. He's very humble.
He really is. Like I said, he was great to talk with. He's such an awesome kid. But right now, these 2 youngsters they're putting on a striking exhibition, and it's nothing but youth gone wild here in Detroit.
Lofting. And the 10.
You know, at which point does Alec get out of the urethane and into reactive resin? And it's too early right now. I mean, he started front 4, left that 9 pin on that right lane, and now backs it up with that flat 10. How many more weak 10s before you make the change? And again, it's just one this game. Going with the loft to eliminate the front part of the lane, which is getting really dry. So he's trying to loft it over the dry heads. And there's that check again. So we saw it game 1. He kind of lost it towards the end of that match with BJ Moore. 4-9 spares in a row. This game starts off front 4, and then it was 9 spare strike, flat 10, and now 4-pin high on the left lane. If he has a shot to waste in the 10th frame like his fill shot, sure, he's going to look at reactive resin.
Something special at the Legacy Cup. What a cool event that was. That's just a beautiful shot.
Yeah, and here's your max scores right here. But he needed this one. Dio Bernard. Strike here, he can't be shut out. Boom! Hey, 5-pin. Bye, Felicia. Need it. High again.
The 4 stands.
Isn't much more than that.
Got it right a little bit early, and there's the friction of the Cheetah pattern. That ball over hooks, even with that loft.
Classic earlier this year.
Oh my goodness. That had some airtime.
Was also in that race and now has to have it again.
Oh my.
One more, and the 10 said, not tonight.
Yeah. Urethane ball is done for Alec. But how about these youngsters and their performance thus far? Also adding BJ Moore into the mix. Not one ball out of the pocket tonight, with the exception of the fill shot that Alec threw in the 10th frame.
Dio Bernard, the 20-year-old kid, is moving on in one of 3 left standing in the Cheetah Championship. And he will meet Mikey Slaybaugh, who's also making his first television appearance.
Well, you said there was 3 left, but there's only 1 left-hander left, and his ball reaction looks really, really solid.
Goes on. So here we are. You've got chalk. Top 3 seeds are left. Slaybaugh making his first ever TV appearance, as is Dio Bernard.
Zeppelin. Nice. Well, Dio was perfect in his last match on that left lane. He was 5 for 5. But Mikey gets the choice of where he wants to make Dio finish. And he said, well, you're going to start so you can finish on the right lane.
Slaybaugh. You're going to have fun tonight. Career PBA regional titles.
Missed it. Oh boy.
Tim, is this the first time he's left us all week? The frame you'd like here if you're Slaybaugh, and watch the foot. Look, I'm an emotional disaster. Tons of nerves. Bernard is cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, he really is.
Bernard, a triple. Needs to bounce back.
Drop it.
10.
And I'm going to go out on a limb and say, even though it's just through 3 frames for Mikey, that Marshall Kent's watching this, and he's thinking to himself, there ain't no way I'm throwing your thing.
Changed man. Slaybaugh. That is better.
Much.
You know what we loved hearing from him today? Everything he's done throughout his career, self-taught.
Yeah. Self-taught YouTube videos. Us.
Thank you for including me. Bernard doesn't blink. Saturday on. Bernard was perfect up until this.
We're going to go down to the floor and talk with Mike Wolf, who is the tour rep and PBA champion for Dio Bernard. Mike, how long can he stay into the urethane ball?
Being the only one on that side, he's probably going to be able to stay in it definitely through this match and probably through the next match if he gets through this one.
All right, Mike, thank you. You know, it's always a big topic of conversation, these urethane balls. How long, look, how long will they last?
First miss.
Firm and that's forward.
Oh, the 10 just wouldn't let it in.
Oh, Michael Slaybaugh.
Best of his life.
That's a lot better. There you go.
Yes, it is.
You know, another part of his interesting story was the fact that he said, hey, I lost 75 pounds, started lifting weights because I wanted to be an athlete.
So, we have quite the finish ahead for you here from Allen Park.
Whoa. One. He just tried something a little different. Get a look. But his composure has been spectacular. and so you know exactly what it's going to do, and that helps free up the swing. But still, I mean, they still have to execute, and they're doing just a wonderful job of that.
Dom Barrett, Tom Doherty all win their first the World Series.
Instead, it's a 3-4-7.
Oh, no.
Two big opens, and unfortunately for Mikey, it's going to be hard for him to catch up now because Dio's not going to miss. The urethane 10.
Atta baby.
And what an accomplishment to get to this point.
I look up to BJ, how he behaves on tour. BJ gave him a huge hug on Mikey beating him. That's sportsmanship, that's class. But what we're watching right now is Dio Bernard clinch a spot in the finals. You said he looks like Jimmy Page.
Yeah.
Right now it's the closest feeling to a stairway to heaven for Dio Bernard.
All right. That little noise made for the last one?
Come on, Allen Park. At Thunderbolt, we're down to 2. That is what's on the line. The PBA Cheetah champ. Boom.
For Marshall Kent.
The Illinois Classic champion from back in February begins with a strike.
Well, the ball he's using wasn't on that list, but it is a GB5.
Back-to-back jacks.
And you know what that is right there? That's 10 and a pick.
Youngest PBA member to win a regional title. He was 16. What'd you see?
Looked like it was a little more up the lane. Excuse me, last game he left the 6-pin once.
Duke won the Cleveland Open at 18 in the early 80s. That's more like it.
Yeah, but you know, Norm Duke was a hustler back then. He'd bowl you for $100 a game with no money in his pocket.
And did he have to pay up?
There's only $20 here and there, and I didn't have any. Whoa, whoa.
I love that man's sunglasses behind Marshall Kent. That guy is locked in tonight.
I haven't noticed. Let me look.
Get back to him.
Check out the right there. Whoops, sorry, folks. Let me get that off of there. Oh, cannot believe that didn't get up.
And the two hangs separate from that and winning the Illinois Classic this year. What has shifted for Marshall Kent to refine everything? Bernard.
Man, that went through the pin so hard it left him dazed and confused.
Stars so bright, you need some shades.
2-pin lead can increase it to 12.
He's just been unstoppable. No.
Come on now. Come on now.
Heard what you knew about how it starts. Everything is mental. Good
Yeah.
start.
Thank you very little.
Dio Bernard, big time. Footsteps. Whoa. He blinked.
Whoa, hold on to your hat. And now, all of a sudden, things have changed.
The window opens. Oh my goodness.
That's not the right move.
Well, this is not something you'll see professionals do very often. He got it up the lane and misses the head pin left. Yeah, that's it.
5. Beat number 1 has been rough. It was better, and it's a strike. And now Bernard punches right back. In the 7th. This time, Dio Bernard leaves the 7th.
Last time he was on the right lane, he missed the head pin.
Cleans that up. Please trademark that. Get up. He was asking for it to get up.
Well, the good news is this is his last shot on this right lane.
Good shot. Come on. 2 great ones right here.
After the first strike on that right lane, he left a couple of 10 pins, and then from there, he just didn't see that right lane very well.
Of his career.
3-6-10.
I should like that one.
Did you hear him?
Yeah, he said he actually liked that one. I just don't think he saw this championship pair correctly. That was a miss in by a couple of boards. And I think that he thought maybe there'd be some hold in that part of the lane from the urethane balls going down from the right-handers, but not the case.
To us earlier today, I just take my brain out of things. There's a strike.
All right, come on.
Maybe a little steeper angle and slower speed for Marshall Kent on this pair. It just never looked like he matched up very well. Now, any mark will do for Dio Bernard to capture his first ever win. His first time ever on television.
Dio Bernard, a mark to win at the age of 20. This kid is already a superstar.
His reaction after that shot was nothing.
He was 13th in pre-tournament qualifying. And now at the World Series of Bowling, Dio Bernard, at the age of 20, your Cheetah champion. There's a whole lot of love for Bernard in this building tonight. Hoist it, young man. That's the satisfying moment of the match. Sponsored by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snickers. He says it's the best day of his life.
Earned every bit of it. Congratulations, Dio. Wow, was that fun to watch. Unbelievable. First ball here in the 10th to win it. And look at this reaction. It's like he's just like numb to the pressure, to everything that's going. And now all right, it's official. I mean, wow, what a performance. And finally, a left-hander wins in 2024 on the PBA Tour.